things first. Who was the, I guess, most natural fighter? Because the fight scenes were so intense, and I know you guys had some crazy training. So just, who was the most natural at it, off top?
Between who?
All of you guys.
Oh, most natural fighter between, I mean,
You can say you.
I think me. No, I mean, Chadwick's pretty, like, you know, he's pretty athletic, man. He, like, the capoeira, he's, like, you know, he's very limber and very, like, his martial arts is definitely there. He's been training that for a long time. He's got that under his belt, and I'm, you know, into more of the, obviously, the boxing training that I did with Creed. Yeah. You know, I lived as a fighter, so I kind of learned that. But then also, you know, I mean, I play sports, he plays sports. I mean, we're pretty both athletic. Okay, I'm gonna say me. Just I'll just say me. Whatever.
It's you. You win. We're not mad, I'll say for the ladies, we're not mad at the stills. We saw lots of shirtless photos. Not mad at them.
Okay.
Not mad at them.
Okay, well, I ain't mad at that. Y'all ain't mad.
I mean, was there a little bit of a competition to say, okay, he's not gonna be more.
Man, why y'all trying to start all this drama? Why y'all trying to start drama over here?
Because they do it to us women all the time, so I'm turning the tables on you all today.
No, I feel like, you know, I'm a naturally competitive person, you know, and honestly, I just wanted to achieve the look that I really needed to get for Killmonger. Like, me and Chad, we didn't really train together, you know, everybody was kind of doing their own homework and building their characters and getting into the role the best they could individually, and then we all kind of, you know, assembled and came together and did what we had to do. Obviously, there's a lot of choreography and, you know, fight training and stuff like that, but yeah, I mean, I think it's a natural competition to wanna be physically, you know, intimidating. If I wasn't going for like the ripped boxer look and that, I kind of wanted to be more, you know, just beefier, heavier, more intimidating on this one.
If I could sum up Killmonger in a sentence, I think it would be, there's a thin line between misunderstood and madman.
I'm taking that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's an awesome soundbite. Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
seriously, because
that's...
I felt like one minute he had his foot over on this side, the next minute he had his foot over here, and I read where you said you called him like a grounded villain.
I think you understand where he's coming from. I think there's a little bit when you watch it, you understand.
Well, he does speak some truth.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think a villain's agenda is deeply impacted by their backstory, their upbringing, their history, you know, and I said Killmonger's was systemic oppression. You know, that's what he grew up in the States. You know, he didn't, his dad got killed, taken away from him, was murdered. His mom, you know, got murdered as well. You know, foster care, product of environment, product of the system, and had this rage. The only way he kind of saw his way out was to go equip yourself, train yourself, and take over, you know? So, yeah, I think it's a mixture of all that.
Does Michael tap into a little bit of that? Like,
I think as a black man in America, it'd be hard not to.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, even though he has this by any means necessary mentality, he's a product of that, what, you know, kind of America made him. But you also understand T'Challa's point of view also, and that's what I think the qualities a great villain or antagonist will have is you can empathize with him. You see where they're coming from. You understand where his rage is, and I think T'Challa and Killmonger are kind of the same person.
They are.
You know, they care about the same things. They just have two totally different ways about going about getting it.
And to see kind of where they go from Genesis to Revelations, and at that moment, to see where they both come as men and adversaries or whatever you want to call them, I mean, it blew my mind.
Dealing with identity, you know, that conversation between African Americans and African, you know, that disconnect. We're definitely with this movie, you know, drawing a bridge between these two cultures to start a conversation that I think people didn't even realize needed to be had. And I think that's you know, super powerful. I mean, I think anybody that's kind of, you know, any country, any ethnicity that ever experienced any type of like systemic oppression and feeling helpless and wanting to do something to better the situation, I think they're gonna, you know, understand the frustration and rage of Killmonger in moments. You know, obviously he's an extreme version of that, but at the same time, you know, being, yeah.
Early reviews are coming in.
Okay.
Some of the ones that I've read, and they're very positive, say that Killmonger is one of the best villains in the Marvel comic universe.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You talk about my big old grin. Look at yours.
First of all, I was co-signing. I co-signed the last.
Chadwick.
No, it's wow, okay. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Well, I
mean,
know you were a bit nervous last night because you said you really were trying to bring something different to
Yeah.
this guy.
Yes.
And I was like, how the hell am I going to be empathetic for the villain? Like, ugh.
You can understand why he feels the way he feels.
Yeah.
He's speaking the truth. The goal was honestly, man, to build a character that, you know, would entertain you, you know, educate you, inspire, and also, you know, scare you a little bit. You know, I kind of wanted to like hit those layers and, you know, try to make it as grounded as possible. And, you know, and for the first time for me playing a character like that, obviously you want to take your, put your best foot forward and try to, you know, shoot for the moon. And, you know, hopefully we got something that reaches somewhere up
Why
there.
did you want to come back to the superhero universe? Because you did Fantastic Four, and I know this is your first time playing a villain, but why did you feel like, okay, I can go back and do this again, and I want to?
Because I love that space. I'm not gonna let a project that, you know, for whatever reason, you know, didn't turn out like I wanted to stop me from enjoying the things that I personally enjoy. You know, acting in that space, loving, you know, fantasy and sci-fi and, you know, comic books and Marvel. I loved all that stuff. And then when I get a phone call from my director that I trust, and he tells me, "Hey, Mike, you wanna, you know what I'm saying, play a villain, and it's, you know, I'm about to do Black Panther," and have that conversation, it's an easy yes. It's
Well,
like,
I was gonna say, was it even a conversation?
oh, not even a little bit. It was more or less like, "Yo, Mike, you doing this?" And I was like, "All right, cool, whatever, let's go." And then from that moment, I started growing my hair and getting in shape and training. So
Cool.
it was an easy decision for me. So,
When do you start shooting Creed 2?
Soon.
Yeah.
You know, it's we're set for the Thanksgiving Day release. Yeah, November 21st.
November 21st.
Of
This year. Next year.
no.
This year.
So we're gonna try to get that one done and locked and loaded for
And
you
Stephen
guys.
Caple is the right man for this job.
Without a doubt, man. He's super talented, thoughtful, prepared. You know, he went to film school with Ryan. They know each other. They have a rapport. You know, and if you know, Coogler co-signs obviously because it's his baby, it's his machine, his thing that he kind of created. Obviously inspired by Sly and the world of Rocky. But he was the perfect person to come in and kind of take over the reins, and so we're getting everything, you know, in tip-top shape. And yeah, we're gonna get this thing going pretty soon.
Could Creed do like Rocky? Could we have 3, 4, 5? Can we go?
I mean, we're gonna be here as long as the people will have us. So we're gonna try to, you know, keep this thing going.